I want some of your brown sugar. I want some of your brown sugar. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. This is Brownsugar commentating. I'm your girl, Kayla. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more videos about Black entertainment, Black womanhood, and whatever else I feel like talking about this week. All right, let's get right into it. So, I want to talk to you guys about two things today. I want to talk about the BBMAs that happened this past weekend, and then I want to talk about Brandy, okay? First things first, let's talk about the BBMAs, the Billboard Music Awards, happened this past weekend, and I have just a wee bit of thoughts. So I didn't really watch the ceremony. I saw a couple performances, like I think I saw Silk Sonic's performance, and Megan's performance, like on YouTube or something. But other than that, I really don't watch the Billboard Music Awards. I feel like there's nothing special about it. I don't understand it, to be honest. The Billboard Awards did the same thing this year they did last year, which gets on my freaking nerves. And it's basically the fact that they continuously keep giving Doja Cat and The Weeknd R&B awards and putting them in R&B categories when knowing both of them respectively are pop artists. And the only thing I could think of is the fact that it's just good old racism. Like, because it's like, you know that Doja Cat is a pop artist. We all know this. Like, literally. Won a Grammy over, what, a month ago for a pop category. If you listen to Doja Cat's music, it's giving very much hip-hop pop. You know what I'm saying? Or it's giving very much pop rap. Like, that is Doja's bag, and she's got it down to a science. And I make no mistake when I say this. I don't say this to discredit her or trying to be whatever, right? Because I love me some Doja Cat down. I'm finna see her in the weekend in August, okay? But I think they do that because they know that if they put her in the pop category, they have no choice but to give her that award. And she would do a clean freaking sweep. Because no one, and I mean no one, is seeing Doja Cat in pop right now. Like, literally nobody. So it really just annoys me when continuously year after year, it's like them, and I think iHeart Music Awards does this as well. Like, it's the constant giving her the pop awards. It's like, even if you were to listen to Doja Cat's album compared to the other people y'all put her against, like her or Summer Walker or Janae Aiko, like, their music does not sound nowhere near the same. The vibe is not the same, because they don't make the same genre of music. So I'm just really confused as to why y'all keep doing that. But I know why, because it's always going to give racism. But it's like the same thing with The Weeknd. The Weeknd has not made R&B music in quite some time now. The past 3 albums have been giving very much 80s pop. So, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, stop it. Because once again, also, in terms of, like, other pop male artists, no one's seen The Weeknd either. So it's just like, why do y'all do this? Why? It's confusing me and my homegirls, and it needs to stop. They had Diddy hosting, which was super random. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, he seemed to be having a good time, I guess, but like, what is that about? I know that Mary J. Blige won like an icon award, which as she should. I love Mary J. Blige down. Fun fact, The Breakthrough is the very first CD I ever bought in my entire life. I was 10 years old. I don't know what resonated with me in that album, but I knew that I was a person that I know good music when I hear it, and I always loved Mary J. Blige's voice. So I am a Mary J. Blige stan for sure, and she's a person that I think a lot of times people overlook and discredit, especially her contributions to R&B and hip hop respectively. Like, I just think that, you know, Mary J. Blige is probably one of the first R&B artists who really have that, you know, like, one of the ones that she could always be good for a rap feature. She just had the rap aesthetic, you know, with like the baseball jerseys and the hats to the back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, her and Aaliyah were one of the first to do that. So I do think that people really forget like how much of an impact that Mary J. Blige has had on music. But that's my sister for real. That's my auntie for real, okay? Nothing but respect for my queen. But yeah, Silk Sonic performed. Y'all know I love me some Silk Sonic down. And they did their cover of Love's Train, and then they did that little, I don't know what to call it, but the performance gave. Okay, the performance gave. Y'all already know I'm going to say that. But the other thing about the Billboard Awards that really just had me like, what the hell is going on, is that one little white girl. I don't know her name. I don't care to know her name because she just gives me weird ass energy. The one that was all up in Megan Thee Stallion's face and like taking these weird pictures and doing the freaking most. And I'm assuming that y'all saying she like an heiress or something, like she got like rich family or something like that. I don't care. Like, it just really, really blows my mind how white people could really just hop up in any space just because they're white and that's it. And the energy she gave off, especially where Megan Thee Stallion is concerned, is like, you know, when you be around drunk white girls and they be like hella like complimentary to you because you're black, like, you know that they wouldn't compliment anybody else this way. And they don't even gotta really be drunk for real. It's even the ways I see people compliment, or the ways I see white women compliment black female celebrities in a way that I know that they would never compliment a white female celebrity. Like, for instance, if it's Megan or Lizzo or Normani or Beyonce, they're always like, yeah, crush my face, like damage my skull, like with your beauty, you ethereal goddess. And it's just like, why is all of that? Just say you like somebody or think they pretty or talented and gone. Like, why it gotta be all of that? Because honestly, I already told y'all, I don't even like when black men do that whole like changing black women into mythical creatures BS, but I definitely don't like when white people do it, because I'm just like, y'all the same people that be working in medical professions and say that black women don't experience the same pain as y'all do for some odd reason, even though we're all human. Like, that's where that junk stops and ends with me right there. Like, that junk stops and ends with me right there. Okay? But yeah, so she was weird. And I hope y'all never invite her nothing again, but I would not be shocked if she wasn't, because she's a white woman. Like, but that was just a weird thing going on. Now, for the second topic at hand, we gotta talk about Miss Brandy Norwood, because every 2 to 5 business days, I see Brandy disrespect on the timeline, and it's been quiet for a while, so I shouldn't even say every 2 to 5 business days, but every so often, it's Brandy and Usher. Like, those two, y'all be giving them the most nasty disrespect, and it pisses me off to high heaven, because I love the both of them. Like, I love both of them down, and it just makes me upset. I already made a video about Usher like a year ago, and why, especially when it came around like verses and people kept talking about how this person and that person would beat Usher in the verses, and I was like, please stop. Like, y'all are really unserious. But now it's time for Brandy, child. Now it's time for us to talk about Brandy, because like I said, y'all really do not have the respect for the good sis, and I really don't understand it. I really don't understand it. So recently, Jack Harlow did an interview to promote his new album, and I think they must have asked him something along the lines about Brandy came up for some odd reason, because I didn't watch the interview, I don't care to. But basically, Jack Harlow was acting as if he didn't know who Brandy was. And that is crazy. That is truly crazy, because I'm just like, who the hell don't know who Brandy is? Like, because it's not like, yeah, Jack Harlow is young, but he's not that young. Like, he's not that young to the point where he wouldn't know who a Brandy is, especially as a person who is making, you know, black music, essentially. You would think that you would have the faintest idea of who Brandy Norwood, the Vocal Bible, is. Like, what? And so when the TL got to talking about this, you always got these people that come up in the comments being nasty about Brandy. And especially when they want to put her against Mariah, or Beyonce. They always want to put, like, some people talk about, oh yeah, like, she's not as great as Beyonce or Mariah, like, she's this and the third. I'm just like, nigga, now why y'all always gotta do that? Like, why are we always gonna come here? Why are we always gonna do this? Because, like, make no mistake, right? I love Mariah Carey and I love Beyonce. And I think that y'all mistake popularity with like, the fact that those two are more popular than she is, that doesn't mean that she's not on par with them. And that's simply just not true. Like, it's not true. Like, she was literally in a song with Mariah Carey the other day holding her freaking own. So that alone should show you, because everybody can't go toe to toe with Miss Mariah Carey now. You know this. So just because Brandy hasn't reached the levels of mainstream success as Mariah Carey and Beyonce doesn't mean she's nowhere near them in the vocal department, because that is asinine for you to believe that. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, number one, the reason why she's not as popular as them is because she makes strictly R&B music, where Beyonce has dibbled more so into pop than R&B, and Mariah is the pop princess, okay? So it's like, yeah, that's why she hasn't had the number ones or the notoriety as those two people. But like I said, make no mistake, she is called the vocal Bible for a freaking reason. And every time we bring that up, because I remember this happened a lot during the Brandy and Monica verses back in 2020, when people were really trying to discredit the hell out of Brandy, and it was pissing me off. It's like, you need to show proof. I'm like, I don't need to show proof. The proof is in the music. Do you not hear it? Like, Brandy Norwood is the queen of backgrounds. Like, nobody does backgrounds like Brandy does. Like, even if you hear a song like Have You Ever, do you hear that? Like, do you hear the backgrounds of that song? Like, you can't tell me that's like literally like otherworldly, or like literally any album. If you listen to Never Say Never, Full Moon, Aphrodisiac, like come on now. Like, even listening to her sing her first album, right, Brandy, like, you can't tell me this girl is not in a class of her own. Like, this girl is the vocal Bible. She literally is that girl. I'm like, this girl not only obviously came out the gate swinging with her first album, right? With I Want to Be Down and Best Friend and Sitting Up in My Room. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when you had that iconic remix with like MC Lyte and Queen Latifah, like, this girl came out the gate swinging. Okay, you have that. You got the Moesha theme song. Yes, I'm throwing the Moesha theme song up in there because why the frick not? Okay, then you have the freaking Cinderella soundtrack. This woman was making music and doing movies with Whitney freaking Houston. And then she turned around and made another movie with Diana Ross. Like, this girl is top 2 when she's not 2. Like, I don't care what y'all say to me. Y'all can't tell me nothing. This is my girl. This is my sister, okay? Like, Brandy is that girl. And for me, she is top vocalist. Nobody's seeing her in the vocal department. Look it up. Like, live performances. Time and time again, this woman has showed you why she deserves that title. And I really want Brandy to have some type of unplugs or a tiny desk, or really somewhere she's literally just sitting on a chair singing the frick down all of her hits so she can shut y'all the hell up. So y'all can stop saying, oh, we need proof. We need proof. I'm like, nigga, there is proof. Look it up. Google is free. YouTube is free. I don't need to show you specific performances. It's literally in the music. But I just don't get the disrespect. It's one thing to say that their music, Brandy's music, is not your cup of tea. Like, go off, do what you want to do. But to sit there and act like, once again, Brandy does not have an imprint on R&B music, you're silly. You're silly. You are a silly person. So sorry about it. You're silly. Because Brandy is R&B. Brandy is R&B. You can even hear her influence in other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she is that girl. That is I love me some Brandy. Like, I already told y'all this when I was telling y'all about the 1997 Cinderella and how much I loved that movie as a kid. But like, Brandy was literally the only girly representing for the dark-skinned girls back in the day, okay? When we had Slim to None, okay? She was an it girl. Like, we have never seen that ever again. She was so hyper visible. She was, like I said, television show, movies, the music, and it all gave. Like, all of it gave. Like, she was an it girl, had a Barbie doll. Like, she was that girl. And don't ever forget it. And still is that girl. Like, come on. That joke pisses me off. I'm sorry. Like, I don't like when people do stuff like that. Because I'm just like, how could you sit here and try to discredit this woman like she really has not been making iconic ass music for the past like 20 plus years? Like, even B7 that came out a couple of years ago, or not a couple of years ago, B7 that came out in 2020 was amazing. 211? 211? No one talks about that album. Like, probably the most people know about that album is the song Put It Down with Chris Brown. But I really urge all of y'all to go listen to 211, like, literally yesterday. Like, that album, once again, backgrounds give. Backgrounds give. Vocals give. I don't care what no one says to me. I love me some Brandy. And like I said, I love the other women. Y'all always love to put her against y'all. I know I'm a member of the Beehive, okay? Long and strong, okay? Member of the Beehive. Love Beyonce. Iconic, talented performer. Amazing singer. That's another person y'all sleep on vocally. Honestly. And obviously all around just amazing, dope, creative. And once again, Miss Mariah, the pop princess, the girlie that was breaking record after record after record. Love them down. But Brandy deserves to be in conversation with those women as well. I said it. Chomp. She do. Like, I don't care. Like, even the other day when I found out that The Boy Is Mine was the only Grammy that Brandy has ever won, I wanted to throw furniture. I wanted to throw furniture because I was like, boy, ain't no way. Ain't no way, never say never, nor Full Moon ever won a freaking Grammy. Are you kidding me? Y'all bugging. Y'all is bugging. Like, come on now. But yeah. That just pissed me off. Y'all need to put some respect on Brandy Norwood's name, like, today. Like, literally today. I needed to stop. Like, especially those of y'all that claim that y'all love R&B and things like that. You cannot call yourself an R&B fan and at the very least can't respect Brandy Norwood and what she brought to the genre. Like, you literally can't. I will not be having no conversation with you, babes. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about those two things real quick, real fast, and in a hurry, okay? But yeah, let me know everything y'all thought about the BBMAs. Did y'all watch it? What was your favorite parts? Did would you agree with the winners? What do you think about the whole thing with Doja Cat and The Weeknd being pigeonholed into pop, R&B categories when they are pop artists? What do you think about the Brandy slander? Like, where do you think this comes from? And how can we fix it? How can we come together, okay, and fix this? Because I need Brandy to receive all the flowers that she deserves. And I'm tired of the disrespects. But y'all, let me know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll definitely see y'all in my next video. Peace out, y'all.